Good morning, everybody. Welcome. We are doing the daily collective read for Sunday, January 15th. What do we have in store for us with the cards today? One card's already come out, and we're going to draw the first five for the first five spread. The second card is out. Can I please get the third card? Oop, there's that card of the day again. Center of the deck, center of the spread. Though it's very interesting because this does show that there is some sort of change occurring around it today, considering it has gone into its upright in this particular spread. So why don't we get into it? The first thing that we are starting today with is the moon card. So there's going to be a lot of attention today on thinking about some things that you might not necessarily have some answers to. This can also be thinking about things, this can also have a lot to do as well with anything that you may have dreamt about. You may have even had some strange dreams last night that have been kind of weighing on you. However, with this card, what this really talks about are the things that are hidden. The moon's light specifically is not its own light. It is in a way it is a reflection point. It is a false light. So the things that we need to uncover with the moon are the things that we do not feel like we have the absolute truth on. So there could be some investigation that you'll be doing today around these subjects or around some areas right now in your life that you just don't feel you have all of the facts or all of the truth around. Now there is a card hidden, and that's going to be the second card in our spread today. And this is a 5 of Cups situation. So whatever this situation is that you may be considering today, it is one that has caused you a lot of grief. And I think that one of the reasons that we're really going through this right now and why you're really mulling over these things that you don't know is because you are trying to shift your perspective, or you're trying to determine your own personal perspective as it relates to what these matters are. Now, one of the things I like to point out when we have a 5 of Cups is that this is so valuable because it is the perception of this that is going to be able to give you some sense of movement or closure today. Because with the 5 of Cups, we see that in this moment, there may be an overthinking or dwelling too much on what is lost. And when we are in a moment of dwelling too much on what is lost and grief, it is hard for us to see the positives in a circumstance or situation. I always like to point out that if this figure were just to turn around a few degrees, their entire vision would be able to shift into one of abundance instead of lack mindset. Now, the center card for this spread, very interesting right now, is actually the same card that we had as the card of the day. And this is that Page of Cups. So while there is some energy that you are moving away from right now, that you don't want to have these games, you don't want to have these secrets, this fixation on what is unknown is what is really driving you. This also says that you're leaving yourself open to new energies today, to the energies that are coming towards you in a positive, playful fashion, that are able to be emotionally expressive, that are able to meet you as you were in this sense. And this is what's also kind of giving us this positive movement that we see will occur throughout the day, where as your mind moves away from the things that are causing you pain, you start to put your concentration on those energies that are going to uplift you, that are going to support you, that just want to have a little bit of fun and not have to deal with that burden or those secrets that are potentially carried in that other situation or circumstance that is weighing on your heart. Now, all of this is coming up today because it really is allowing you this moment of decision coming through today with the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is really saying to us that this is a day that you're going to be making some big decisions, potentially around some circumstances or scenarios that have been causing you a lot of grief or pain that you do not necessarily have the full optics on. There is a big decision around this that you're making, and you're also realizing the value of making this decision and how being able to kind of settle this in your own space once and for all is what is truly going to allow you to move forward. The next card we see coming up in the spread is the Strength card. So the determinations that you make today are ones that are going to support your own bravery and your own courage. They're allowing you to move into this new part of your life. They're allowing you to take this shift. And I love seeing this shift because we're moving and we're starting this day being weighed down with these secrets that are held within the Moon card. But we find ourselves by the end of the day at a point of completion and feeling this renewed vitality, feeling this renewed strength, because as we see, you're turning your energies away from the things that are lost, that are causing this moment of grief, and instead towards these new energies that are uplifting you, that are supporting you, that are coming towards you in a playful manner and really kind of getting you out of your headspace. And this is really what is so helpful in making this determination as it relates to the Judgment card. Now we are going to continue right now, so we're going to get some clarity as it relates to the cards we've already pulled. We're going to get clarity first between the Moon card. So these secrets, these things that you are weighing you down, the places in your life that you don't feel you've been given absolute clarity on, and these causing such a point of mourning for you or such a place of sorrow because you realize that you cannot fully see everything around it, that some light was never shed, that this is something that you have to accept. Something about the fact that the secrets were there and never revealed to you is the point that you have to make this acceptance on. Can I get clarity right now? One card, please. Getting clarity between these 2 points is there is something here, though, that is coming back up for you. Some past situation or scenario that is really being stirred up by these thoughts, by these secrets. And there's something here that's happening where because you don't have the full optics, because you never got the clarity around whatever the circumstance or scenario is, this is what's making it so difficult to move on from this issue. This is why it is weighing so heavily in your heart, because you're constantly bringing it back. You're constantly reliving it. You're constantly pulling it back out of the ether to look at it again, to see if you can build the clarity that was not given to you freely. Now, getting clarity right now between the Five of Cups. So a bit of negative thinking today, a little bit of overdwelling on situations that cause you grief and sorrow, but having this turning point, particularly about midday, with these new energies that are coming in, with these energies that are offering you positivity, playfulness, trying to move you into a place of, honestly being able to show you things as well. Because I will point out that that the one thing that the Page of Cups is in its upright is there is no nuance. There are no secrets, that this person is coming through clearly, albeit with maybe with a little bit of a sense of play, but this energy more than anything just wants to be expressive. And it is also coming in with more of a lightheartedness than this heaviness that you're carrying. Can I get clarity between these 2 points right now? Whoop, we've got 2 cards. There's that King of Cups in its reversal again, the same card that we pulled yesterday. So there is this decision point that many of you are facing right now, and this is going to feel a little different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that these are not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. Now, as you're moving through this feeling right now, as you're trying to face this grief or loss around some other scenarios, and moving towards these energies of playfulness, of the energies that are coming towards you in a more positive fashion, you are weighing your priorities right now. This is the moment that you kind of decide, am I going to sit here and continue to warn these things, or am I going to move towards this energy of playfulness, of delight, of new experiences? This is making you have this moment of weighing your priorities and feeling maybe a little overwhelmed about the choice that you must face, because we do see here that you're not willing to put this down yet, but it is something that is making you have to balance multiple priorities at once. Now, for the masculine energy, this is going to feel very overly emotional, or it's going to put you in potentially a emotional detriment, if you will, as being reflected by the King of Cups in its reversal. Whenever we see that, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. Now, if you align to masculine energy, This is really going to feel like you're struggling with your own emotionality today, even as you move forward towards these new energies, even as you yourself are trying to come forward into new experiences, into this more positive headspace. This is going to feel like a bit of a struggle for you. However, if you are aligned to feminine energy today, what this is really feeling like is a decision point that you're making between some energies that are coming towards you that are far more playful, that are giving you the sense of delight and peace again, versus some manifestation of masculine that is potentially associated with this loss, with these situations of grief, and asking yourself to balance the feelings that you are feeling as it relates to that energy versus the new feelings. So a little bit of a shift here. It's going to be a little bit more of an emotional day. I mean, it's an emotional for both energies, but very emotional today right now for the masculine energies. Now, getting clarity between the point of the Page of Cups, so these new energies coming in, this new sense of playfulness, this new sense of delight, trying to really look at the positives in your life as you move forward from this point, and making some big decisions as you do so, allowing this to be a moment that you make some decisions within yourself that are going to help you move forward. Can I please get one card to clarify? We have the Page of Swords. And what this is really feeling like is that for many of you, this is going to be a moment where you just kind of resign yourself to some circumstance or situation that you don't necessarily feel that you need to continue to move forward in. That there is something here that is making you feel disempowered, and you're simply just giving this moment where you're not feeling the confidence that you would ideally need in order to move forward on something. So this is that point where there is going to have a feeling of a bit of a surrender today, of a bit of a moment of just kind of surrendering and accepting circumstances and situations for how they are, as you kind of have this new energy that you're experiencing that is giving you the support as you make these determinations and these decisions. Now, continuing to get clarity, clarifying right now between this Judgment card. So this moment, this choice that you're making, this intentional choice as you go forward into your experiences today, and the strength that is coming from making those determinations and judgments. Can I please get one card to clarify? Whoop. We have the Nine of Wands in its reversal. And so for many of you, this is the moment that you're going to kind of allow yourself to come out of some wounded process that you may be experiencing. That something, particularly I'm imagining this situation that we're seeing with the Five of Cups, has had you in a point of grief. But we do see you emerging from this point of grief right now, both with the Four of Swords in its reversal and this card, the Nine of Wands in its reversal, and basically coming to the point that you tell yourself that even though you are hurting, it does not mean that you need to isolate yourself as you go through this pain, and that you can find a way forward to heal and kind of be out there, have your experiences, not let yourself be kind of cloistered away. So we do see a lot of positive progress as we go through today. Now we are going to continue to get clarity and drill down on these cards, getting clarity right now between this Four of Swords and its reversal. So some issue, some circumstance, potentially from the past, that you continually are feeling this re-emerging from, the potentially a moment of rest that kind of continually is coming back up for you, which is really making you either, again, masculine or feminine energy, depending on what you align to, knowing those are not based on gender. Now, having to weigh these feelings and these emotions, and it's going to feel like the emotional detriment to masculine right now, but for feminine, this could be trying to weigh one's priorities as it relates or aligns to a masculine energy that you either feel is overly, is not able to contain their emotions well, or maybe completely emotionally detached. Can I please get one card to clarify? We have a point of completion occurring with the Ten of Pentacles. So this is really, once you're weighing, what we're really seeing here that is occurring is once you're weighing this choice. For masculine, this is going to mean A lot of today reaching out to the supportive systems that are around you, really throwing yourself into the community that you are building, really putting yourself into those spaces that you feel are positive and productive, even as you are going through this deeply emotional time. Now for feminine, we see that there is this point that you are weighing between some past scenario and the new experiences ahead of you. And you are basically saying that your choice is to move forward, not letting yourself dwell necessarily on this negative, this masculine energy that is not necessarily in an emotionally productive place. And so in turn, just making this a choice and determination for yourself to throw yourself into the environments right now that are supportive and stable and have a lot of opportunity waiting for you there. Continuing to drill down on these cards, getting clarity right now between the Two of Pentacles and this King of Cups in its reversal. So masculine, feeling deeply overly emotional as you try to make some determination, or as you try to balance out multiple priorities or too many priorities that you are weighing right now, and kind of feeling that emotional collapse right now as you try to navigate a situation where you have not put something in a place of priority with this Page of Swords. So having this moment, and I feel for masculines, what we're really seeing is there is a point of surrender that occurs today where you may have to decide that you have to put down one of these priorities because it simply is not something that you can bear. For feminine, this is going to feel like weighing this energy that you're holding for a masculine energy that is not necessarily in an emotionally productive place, and coming to the acceptance point of having to put something down. Can I please get one card to clarify? We have Queen of Pentacles in its upright, so moving into a place of support. So the feminine energy is moving into a place now where they are concentrating on their own productivity. They're concentrating on their own stability. They're moving forward right now from a place where they're focusing on themselves and on the security that they can build. Whereas masculine, this is really a moment where they are leaning heavily right now, or their thoughts are very much directed towards a feminine energy right now that is creating this stable, supportive environment for them, even as they go through this deeply over emotionality or disconnectedness from their own emotions. And this does kind of feel like an act of surrender as they are doing this, because of seeing all of this energy with the Page of Swords in its reversal. Now, continuing to drill down, getting clarity right now between this Page of Swords in its reversal. So feeling some moment of resignation, feeling some moment now of acceptance of a situation or scenario, just choosing not to fight against it, but also allowing this to really be the thing that helps you move into a better healing process, not letting yourself isolate, getting yourself back out there, doing the things that you need to do. Can I please get one card to clarify? We have Eight of Pentacles. So a refocusing and reorienting of your time and your energy today on your own work, on your own productivity, on the things that you are trying to build for both masculine and feminine energy. Now, continuing to get more clarity, we are going to clarify between this 10 of Pentacles in its upright. So really, today is going to be a big day around the systems, around the communities around you, really looking at that supportive architecture and putting a lot of energy into it, particularly for feminine energy. So clarity here where the feminine is putting a lot of concentration both on their own stability and security, and fostering this sense of community and this stable space around them. For masculine, this is going to be putting a lot of energy into this community and having your intents or attention very much focused on this stable female support system. Can I please get one card to clarify? We've got, oh, that's way more than one. Can I please get one card to clarify? We have the Two of Swords in its reversal. So this is really a moment where you're really trusting your intuition. You're taking this leap. This is something that you have been thinking about doing for some time, and you're letting yourself proceed down this path, knowing intuitively that this is what is best for you. Continuing to get clarity right now between this Queen of Pentacles energy. So specifically for feminine energy, a huge focusing today on your own work, on building your own stability for yourself, on concentrating not only on the community around you right now, but also on the fruits of your own labor. For masculine, this is putting a lot of attention into work, but also keeping your focus on a feminine that you do feel is supporting you as you go forward in this work. Can I please get one card to clarify? We have Knight of Pentacles in its reversal, and this is the burden that we are seeing masculine putting down, which we saw earlier with that Two of Pentacles energy. So for masculine energy right now, what we're really seeing is there's some issue or circumstance right now. While there is a very supportive feminine around them, there are other avenues or opportunities in their life that they simply feel that they cannot come forward with. There's something here about an offer being unable to be delivered, and in fact, potentially not even reaching out to the feminine as it relates to this situation or scenario, because we are seeing a lot of this energy right now being blocked. So while the masculine's focus right now is centered around some feminine support system, we don't necessarily potentially see them coming forward in this way towards them, because there is this offer that they are withholding in some way, shape, or form. Now for feminine, this is giving us some clarity on this refocusing that you're feeling right now around your own self and around your own work, because you have kind of come to an acceptance point that there is this masculine energy around you that simply isn't going to be coming forward with the offers that you would expect or anticipate, or is not able to create that supportive offer for you. Getting clarity between these 2 points right now. So this Two of Swords in its reversal. So this moment of decision, of following your intuition as you set forth on this path today. And this Knight of Pentacles in its reversal. So a lot of focusing. For feminine, this is making intuitive decisions, potentially based around some offer or opportunity that did not come forth or has not come forth, and you've come to the conclusion that it will not be able to do so. Versus the masculine energy of making the determination not to come forth in some way. This is the intuitive choice that you are making around some action or activity, potentially because you feel overburdened or that you have too many priorities. We have the final card for today is Page of Wands in its reversal. So this is saying to me that both masculine and feminine energy to some extent have decided or will make the determination today of not continuing to contact some avenue or area, bearing in mind that they feel that the things that they're getting right now just are not the stable, supportive environments that they want. That this can be, again, we started this day with those secrets, right? We started today with that observation of the things that are hidden. And the final conclusive point that we're seeing today is determination that whatever that energy is that has not been able to fully reveal the facts to you, it is because they were intentionally, potentially not revealing those facts. That was a choice instead of an option. And this perception on this is what is allowing you to move forward and determine who and who you will not be communicating with going forward. Now, I do want to give you bottom of the deck information on this, so something to keep in mind as you go forward today is the Six of Cups. So what this really says is there are these connections that you feel this deep soul communication or contact with. And it's this difficulty that I think has been causing so much upset in what we see here, because you feel that bond, you feel that connection point. And it's also trying to teach yourself and educate yourself that while it's okay to feel these connection points with different energies, the ones that you really want to foster and support are the ones that foster and support you. And that ultimately, that is not something that you can do simply on your own, that you need to have someone else who's with you, who is going to build that supportive architecture. So being able to think about this and think about this as it relates to connections is going to prove a bit of a difficulty today, which is why we see so much of this back and forth and this weighing. Well, that's it for me today. I'm the Grace Strega. Just a reminder that if you'd like to book a private reading, you can book one on my website, gracestrega.com. Please keep in mind when you book a private reading, it is a two-step process. You have to book the reading and you have to pay for the reading. And that way we can have the reading. My readings are done over Zoom with the option of a recording sent to you. And if you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off any of my services when you go to pay. Thank you guys so much, and I'll do this again tomorrow.